Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. And welcome to a much needed update on TRB. Or Tellor, whatever you want to name it. We'll call it TRB in this video. An update was needed. I mean, yesterday it started to become very, very bullish. Again, I covered it yesterday, and I think what I said and what I've also been saying in the communities around Cilinix Crypto is that TRB, the only way it would become bearish is if it breaks down below $40. Like $40 and that whole level between 40 and 42 is just too strong to ignore. So TRB, and I also said that yesterday, like it really looked like it was starting to lose strength. And that there was a realistic chance that it would break down below $40. But in the end, like I said, it's not confirmed until it's confirmed. And in the end, TRB got a lot of momentum again. TRB is one of the most manipulated cryptos out there, by the way. I think most of you know that. There are some differences right now if we compare the other rallies or the other times that when TRB was bullish and this time. And based on that, perhaps we can make some assumptions on what's most likely to happen now, because TRB did find resistance at $54 and $55. And it's now kind of bouncing between the 0.236 and the 0.382 FIB. So yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the current situation for TRB, what to expect, what's different, what's the same, and what can we say because of that. Before we dive into TRB though, I do want to briefly tell you that I have my own premium trading group in which I share my own trades as signals. Oh, that's not it. I share my own trades as signals, but you also get access to a chat room full of traders and my own trading guide. So if you actually want to catch rallies like, for example, Clay is doing right now, which we are in, then consider subscribing. You'll actually learn how to find rallies like that and how to trade, or how to become a better trader. Links will be down in the description, down to TRB. So the main difference right now with the situation for TRB is that the funding rate is relatively low. Like this is the funding rate over the last, well, basically since the 27th of August. Was high for a very, very long time, as you can see. And then, and now it has actually been low for quite a long time. And usually if it starts to get low like this, like another example is Bluezell. Bluezell, very high, and then it starts to get low. It even starts to get positive for a little bit. And then after, well, let's say like it has been bearish for a couple of days already. Once it starts to get low like this, usually it becomes a little bit more bearish because there's less incentive to buy it. Now for TRB, I think the situation is a bit different because TRB, like Bluezell, has not been as bullish as TRB. So now I would say it really depends on the technicals. Like the open interest and the volume right now compared to the other tops, it's getting lower. Like it's making lower highs. It's in a downtrend, but it's still very high, right? It's still at around the same levels where it was in the middle of September, and just before moving up to these price levels right here. So it's again, we have to wait for confirmation. I would say this rally is getting near its end, so that at some point of time, probably in the next 2 weeks or so, TRB will start to fall down. But for now, that's not confirmed. And for now, it's still possible that we'll get up to $70, $75. That's all still possible, very much. I really mean that. It just depends on the technicals. Like right now, TRB is kind of stuck between $55 and $48. If we break down below $48 here, I'd say it's most likely that we'll test $42 and $40 again. And I very hesitantly say that this is the most likely scenario. I don't like to say that because it will probably go up then. But based on everything we see with the open interest and the funding rates and etc., I have to say this. I don't want to, but I have to. But on the other hand, what's also still possible, like I would say the chances are like 55 against 45, is that TRB breaks above $55, and who knows what's next then. That's a massive bullish breakout, and then like $65 would be my first price target. So we'll have to wait for that. All right, right now we're waiting for that technical confirmation. The fundamental image is hard to predict and hard to analyze. So you have to do with this for now. So that's my take. If you do have any questions, then let me know down in the comments. Enjoy your weekend and take care.